Chosen one, listen closely. This message is not for everyone. Only God's true warriors, his anointed ones walking the narrow divine path, should remain here right now. If you are not aligned with the Most High, if your spirit is not awakened, this message will feel uncomfortable and you may not be able to receive it. But if you truly are one of God's chosen, then you already feel it in your spirit that this message has reached you at the perfect divine moment. Nothing here is accidental. You were guided to this message because it carries a revelation that will shift your understanding and strengthen your walk. Before we continue, Chosen One, let me know you're here. Type 1, confirmation number in the comments. 777. Choose the one your spirit feels drawn to right now. And while you're here, make sure to subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, and share this message so it reaches the other chosen ones who need it urgently. Now listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal will open your eyes to something happening around you every single day. Many of you have been feeling tension, resistance, or strange energy from the people you work with, and you've been wondering why. Today, Chosen One, we are going to break it all down. Stay with me until the end, because this message will not just explain what's happening. It will prepare you for what God is about to do next in your life. The unseen light within you. Chosen One, you must understand something essential about yourself before anything in your environment will ever make sense. From the moment you walk into a room, there is a spiritual energy around you that no one can copy, no one can fake, and no one can dim. It is the unseen light of God. This light is not loud, it is not boastful, and it does not demand attention. Yet it is powerful enough to shift the entire atmosphere without you speaking a single word. People feel you before they see you. They sense your presence before they turn their heads. And this is exactly where jealousy begins. Most of the people around you cannot explain why they react to you the way they do. They don't have the spiritual language for it. They don't understand the anointing that rests on you. They only know that the moment you appear, something inside them feels exposed. Their insecurities, their unhealed wounds, their hidden intentions, and even their unspoken envy rise to the surface because your energy reveals what they try to hide. They feel a pressure around you, a silent reminder that there is a difference between walking with God and pretending to walk with God. Your light does something to their spirit. Chosen ones don't chase validation, yet you attract it. You don't try to impress anyone, yet people notice everything you do. You don't seek attention, yet eyes naturally turn toward you. This is because the spiritual realm recognizes your identity long before the physical realm catches up. Your colleagues are not responding to your job title, your personality, or your skills. They are responding to the mark of God on your life. Even if they don't understand God, they feel something divine radiating from you, and that alone makes them uneasy. There is also a natural authority you carry. It shows up in the way you walk, the way you think, the way you remain calm when others panic, and the way you hold yourself with dignity even when you're under pressure. People with insecure spirits don't know how to handle that kind of quiet strength. It irritates them because they have spent their whole lives trying to earn respect, yet you receive it without lifting a finger. They have tried to appear confident, yet your confidence comes from a deeper place, a spiritual place that they can't touch. Chosen One, your presence forces others to confront who they are. When they see how grounded you are, they are forced to face how unstable they feel. When they see your faith, they feel their doubt. When they see your wisdom, they feel their confusion. When they see your purpose, they feel their lack of it. Jealousy is simply the result of people comparing their inner emptiness to your spiritual richness. You might think you're doing nothing special. Maybe you're just trying to do your job, stay quiet, and mind your own business. But even in your silence, God speaks through you. Even in your stillness, your spirit shakes the room. Even when you feel tired or hidden, your light is still shining brighter than you realize. That's why people stare at you without knowing why. That's why they whisper your name when they think you can't hear. That's why they watch your every move as if they're studying you. They sense something sacred that they were never given. Many of your colleagues have tried to figure you out. Some think you're too calm, others think you're too focused. Some wonder how you stay so grounded, how you stay so protected, how you don't crumble under pressure the way they do. What they don't understand is that God prepared you long before you stepped into that workplace. Your strength did not come from the job. It came from the journey. Your wisdom came from your battles. Your patience came from your wilderness seasons, and your light came from surviving things that would have destroyed someone else. This is why jealousy follows you. Your colleagues see the glow, but they don't know the story behind it. They see the elevation, but they don't know the suffering that shaped it. They see the wisdom, but they don't know the loneliness that taught it. They see the strength, but they don't know the nights you cried out to God. People envy what they can see, but they will never envy what you survived. Understand this, chosen one. Your light is not accidental. It is intentional. God placed it within you as a sign of your purpose. And wherever divine purpose shows up, envy will rise. Not because you are trying to compete, but because your spirit naturally reveals the truth of who others are and who they are not. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to illuminate. This is the foundation of why jealousy surrounds you in the workplace. Not because you are doing too much, but because your very existence carries too much spiritual weight for unhealed souls to handle. And the more you grow, the brighter you become. The brighter you become, the more uncomfortable, insecure spirits will feel. But do not let that dim your light. God placed you there for a reason, and your presence alone is part of your assignment. The silent war in the workplace. Chosen one, now that you understand the light within you, it's time to look at what happens around you because of it. Many of you have been fighting a silent battle without even realizing it. You walk into your workplace thinking you're just there to do your job, earn your living, and keep your spirit focused. But in reality, you are stepping into a spiritual battlefield disguised as an office, a shop floor, a classroom, or wherever you work. The people around you might be smiling, but their spirits tell a different story. Their mouths might speak casually, but their hearts are whispering something else. There is a silent war happening every day, and you feel it even when you try to ignore it. You feel it in their stares. You feel it in the shift of the atmosphere. You feel it in the sudden quiet when you enter a room. You feel it in the fake compliments that don't match their energy. You feel it in their attempts to monitor your every move. This is not your imagination. This is spiritual sensitivity. When you walk with God, you feel things before they unfold. You sense intentions before they're spoken. You pick up on the energy of a room the moment you step inside. Your colleagues sense your spiritual authority, and because they cannot match it, they respond with silent hostility. They won't confront you openly, because they know deep down they cannot win that battle. Instead, they choose subtle tactics. They create distance. They give you short answers. They exclude you from conversations. They pretend not to hear you. They act overly cheerful in front of you, but look irritated when you turn away. These are not random behaviors. They are spiritual reactions. There are people in your workplace who compete with you without your knowledge. You're not trying to outshine anyone, but they are constantly comparing themselves to you. They watch how you handle tasks, how you speak to others, how you move, how you stay calm under pressure, and how naturally gifted you are at things they struggle with. Every small victory you have feels like a heavy loss to them. Every compliment you receive feels like a threat. Every moment you stand out feels like a personal attack on their ego. And here's the strange part. You're not even trying to stand out. That's what frustrates them the most. You excel by being yourself. You attract favor without forcing it. You move with grace without pretending. Your spiritual nature shines even when you don't intend for it to. The jealousy you face doesn't come from what you have. It comes from who you are. It comes from the aura around you, the calmness you carry, the strength that radiates from your spirit even on your hardest days. Your colleagues may not understand God, but they understand energy. And your energy disrupts everything they have built their identity on. There is also a silent fear that follows your presence. People fear what they cannot control. They fear what they cannot manipulate. They fear what they cannot influence. You walk differently. You think differently. You speak with clarity, and your intuition is so sharp that people feel exposed around you. They don't know how you always see through the fake smiles, the hidden agendas, the office politics, the whispered gossip. They wonder how you know, how you sense, how you discern. They don't realize it's not you. It's the Spirit of God guiding you. This is why they try to hide things from you. They try to keep you out of certain conversations. They become secretive when you walk by. They become cautious with their words when you enter the room. They are afraid that their intentions might be revealed in front of you. They can fool everyone else, but they cannot fool a chosen one. Your presence exposes truth, even when you say nothing. Some colleagues will even go out of their way to test you. They might try to overwhelm you with tasks, hoping you'll break. They might try to challenge your ideas, hoping you'll stumble. They might try to minimize your contributions, hoping others won't see your worth. And yet, every time you rise above it with ease, every attempt they make to shake you only reveals your resilience. Every trap they set only exposes their own weakness. Every time they expect you to fail, you end up showing strength they didn't know you had. There is also a form of silent mimicry that happens around chosen ones. Your colleagues observe you, then try to imitate your mannerisms, your ideas, and your way of working. They try to speak like you, dress like you, organize their work like you, or replicate your approach to tasks. But no matter how hard they try, the vibration is never the same, because the gift was never theirs. They can copy your actions, but they cannot copy your spirit. And this failure to imitate you only increases their frustration and jealousy. You might also notice that people who were once friendly become distant without explanation. They stop greeting you first. They stop engaging with you. They avoid eye contact. They don't smile as much. They seem uncomfortable around you. This is the spiritual discomfort that jealousy creates. Your elevation, your growth, your peace, it all exposes their stagnation. It makes them feel inadequate, even when you're not trying to make them feel anything. This emotional discomfort becomes internal resentment, and that resentment turns into silent hostility. But here is the truth, chosen one. The silent war is not a sign that you are weak. It is a sign that you are spiritually powerful. You were placed in that environment not to blend in, but to stand out. You are a mirror that reveals truth. You are a light that exposes darkness. You are a reminder of what they could be if they aligned with God. And for some people, that reminder is too painful to face. Their jealousy does not reflect your shortcomings. It reflects their spiritual emptiness. This silent war is not meant to break you. It is meant to prepare you. God allows you to see people's true colors, so you will not be blindsided when He elevates you. Every strange interaction, every cold look, every whispered comment, every moment of tension, it is all part of the spiritual training. You are being taught how to discern, how to endure, how to listen without hearing, and how to see without speaking. You are learning how to move with wisdom, how to stay grounded, and how to rise above battles that were never yours to fight. The silent war is real, chosen one, but so is your protection, so is your strength, so is your purpose. And as you continue to grow, the jealousy you face will only serve as confirmation of the spiritual power within you, your divine abilities that trigger envy. Chosen one, now we step deeper into the truth. Many of you have been wondering why the reactions you get from your colleagues feel so intense, so emotional, so irrational at times. You might have tried to make sense of it logically, but jealousy is not born in the mind. It is born in the spirit. And the reason people around you become jealous so easily is because of the divine abilities God placed within you. Abilities they cannot touch, cannot understand, and cannot imitate, no matter how hard they try. Let's begin with the most powerful gift you carry, your intuition. Chosen ones see beyond the surface. You are able to sense when something is wrong before anyone else notices it. You pick up on people's intentions without being told. You recognize patterns, hidden motives, and energy shifts instantly. To your colleagues, it feels like you can read their minds. They don't understand how you always seem to know the truth before it becomes visible. Your intuition exposes the darkness in others, and nothing triggers jealousy more than being seen by someone you cannot deceive. Then there is your discernment. Discernment is not intelligence. It is a spiritual gift that allows you to separate truth from lies, light from darkness, sincerity from manipulation. You cannot be tricked easily. You cannot be led astray by sweet words or false promises. This frustrates people who rely on deception to survive in the workplace. It confuses those who are used to gaining power through manipulation. Your ability to see through illusions threatens their entire way of operating. When someone cannot manipulate you, they begin to fear you. When they fear you, they begin to resent you. And that resentment becomes jealousy. Chosen ones also carry a natural, creative force. This is not about artistic talent. This is about innovation, divine inspiration, and problem-solving abilities that come directly from God. You see solutions where others see obstacles. You bring clarity where others create confusion. Your ideas carry wisdom beyond your age and experience. People often wonder how you come up with thoughts that seem so simple yet so profound. They don't realize your creativity flows from a spiritual well, not a human effort. And when they compare their limited thinking to your expansive vision, jealousy grows quickly. Another ability that triggers envy is your inner strength. You have survived storms that others could not imagine. You have walked through seasons of isolation, betrayal, loss, and spiritual warfare. Yet you still stand. You still rise. You still shine. Your colleagues see your strength and assume your life has been easy. They have no idea that your resilience was forged through fire. They envy the strength, but would crumble under the experience that built it. They look at your calmness and wonder why nothing seems to shake you. They don't understand that your anchor is God Himself. Your colleagues also envy your spiritual peace. When everyone else is stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, you remain grounded. You breathe differently. You carry yourself with serenity, even when the environment is chaotic. This peace is not passive. It is powerful. It comes from the deep connection you have with the Most High. People feel this peace when they stand next to you, and instead of being inspired by it, many become jealous. Why? Because they don't know how to attain it. They don't know the God who gave it to you. They don't know the battles you won to keep it. All they see is someone who seems unbothered while they are drowning in their own internal storms. Then we have your moral clarity. Chosen ones naturally lean toward righteousness. You speak truth even when it is inconvenient. You stand up for what is right even when others stay silent. You do not compromise your integrity, and this alone can ignite jealousy. People who cut corners, gossip, manipulate, and lie for advancement cannot stand the presence of someone who refuses to participate in their darkness. Your purity exposes their corruption. Your ethics shine a light on their dishonesty. Your honesty makes their hidden behavior feel unbearable. Instead of changing themselves, they become envious of the purity you carry effortlessly. Your energy also carries authority. This is not the authority of a job position. This is spiritual authority. When you speak, people listen. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts. When conflict arises, others look to you for stability. You don't demand leadership, yet people feel compelled to follow you. This is the anointing on your life, the mark of chosen ones who are guided, strengthened, and elevated by God. This authority makes insecure people feel small. They don't understand why people admire you, respect you, or seek your guidance. They don't understand why your presence alone seems to calm chaos. This unexplainable authority sparks envy because it cannot be earned. It is a gift given. Many of you also carry an unusual glow. It is not physical alone, it is spiritual. Your face shines differently. Your eyes reveal depth, wisdom, and purity. You carry an aura that attracts attention without trying. People stare at you because your presence feels familiar to their soul, but foreign to their ego. They admire you and envy you at the same time. Some are drawn to you, while others are intimidated by you. The light you carry awakens something in people, and not everyone is ready to face that awakening. Chosen one, if you're feeling these words resonate deeply within your spirit, let me know you're present and receiving. Comment one number again as confirmation: 777, 333, 999, 666, or 444. Choose whichever one speaks to your spirit in this moment. Now, another ability you possess that triggers jealousy is your capacity to elevate others. When you speak, you inspire. When you help, you uplift. When you give advice, people feel transformed. Even without trying, you make people better just by being around them. Your colleagues notice how others naturally gravitate toward you for wisdom or encouragement, and this makes them insecure. They want to be admired the way you are, but admiration rooted in authenticity cannot be manufactured. Finally, chosen one, your destiny triggers jealousy. Even if you haven't reached your full purpose yet, people sense where you're going. Your future speaks louder than your present. Your colleagues can feel that you are meant for more, meant for higher, meant for greater. And this terrifies those who have no vision for their own life. They fear that one day you will outgrow them, surpass them, or rise in ways they never could. Their jealousy is not about your current life. They are jealous of your potential. All these divine abilities, intuition, discernment, creativity, peace, strength, purity, authority, and destiny, create a spiritual atmosphere around you that naturally intimidates insecure souls. You don't need to brag about who you are. You don't need to prove anything. Your gifts speak louder than words, and because they come from God, they cannot be copied, stolen, or diminished. This is why your colleagues react the way they do. They are battling jealousy because they are spiritually outmatched. They feel like they are competing with someone who isn't even competing with them. They are comparing themselves to someone who is simply walking in divine purpose. And no matter how hard they try, they cannot understand, imitate, or destroy what God placed inside you. The emotional and spiritual attacks you face. Chosen one, now that you understand the light within you and the divine abilities that trigger envy, it is time to uncover something even deeper. What jealousy turns into when people allow their insecurities to grow unchecked. You have probably already felt it. You have sensed it in their energy, seen it in their behavior, and experienced it in ways that left you confused at first. But confusion fades when spiritual understanding steps in. What you face in the workplace is not normal conflict. It is spiritual warfare disguised as human behavior. Jealousy does not stay silent for long. When people cannot match your light, they begin to attack it. Not always openly, not always aggressively, but always intentionally. Their spirit feels threatened, and instead of healing their insecurities, they try to dim your glow. This is when emotional and spiritual attacks begin. You will notice the first form of attack through subtle behaviors. Small things that seem harmless on the surface, but carry heavy spiritual weight. A colleague who used to greet you no longer looks in your direction. Someone who once acted friendly suddenly becomes short with you. Conversations stop when you walk into the room. People who never paid attention to you now monitor your every move. None of this is random. These behaviors are the outer expression of inner resentment. Another common attack comes through gossip. Jealousy needs an outlet, and gossip is the quickest weapon insecure people reach for. They whisper about your work, your character, your intentions, even your personality. They twist your actions into something negative. They paint you as a threat because your existence threatens their sense of importance. They want others to see you the way they see you, through a lens of insecurity. But gossip can never destroy what God has built. It only exposes the spiritual immaturity of those who spread it. Sometimes the attacks come in the form of sabotage. A task you completed mysteriously goes missing. Someone delays your progress. Someone takes credit for your ideas. Someone gives you incorrect information on purpose. They want to see you stumble because your success reminds them of their stagnation. They believe that if they can slow you down, they will finally feel like they've caught up. But they don't realize that chosen ones don't move by human timing. You move by divine timing, and no sabotage can interfere with God's plan. You may also experience emotional attacks aimed at breaking your confidence. They may make passive-aggressive comments about your work. They may question your abilities in front of others. They may dismiss your ideas, ignore your suggestions, or pretend they don't hear your voice. All of this is meant to weaken you emotionally because jealousy cannot tolerate confidence. Jealous spirits are always trying to plant seeds of doubt in chosen ones. They want you to question yourself because they know you are powerful when you stand in certainty. But what many chosen ones don't realize is that behind these emotional attacks lies a spiritual assignment. Jealousy creates openings for dark energies to operate through insecure people. These individuals become vessels for negativity without even knowing it. Spirits of envy, competition, resentment, and bitterness use them to target you. This is why their actions sometimes feel strangely coordinated. Even people who don't know each other may behave toward you in the same hostile way. It is not them alone. It is the spiritual influence working through them. This is why the attacks feel so draining at times. You're not just dealing with people, you're battling unseen forces. You're fighting to protect your peace from spiritual projections. You're holding your ground while someone else's spiritual emptiness tries to pull you down. But chosen one, understand this clearly. The spiritual attacks against you are proof of your anointing. Darkness does not fight what does not threaten it. The only reason these energies come after you is because they recognize the power God placed within you. Another form of attack chosen ones face is isolation. You may suddenly find yourself excluded from conversations, meetings, or group activities. Co-workers may intentionally avoid interacting with you or fail to acknowledge your contributions. This isolation is meant to make you feel alone and unsupported. But what they don't realize is that chosen ones do their best work in isolation. God uses solitude not to punish you, but to sharpen you. While they think they are isolating you socially, God is positioning you spiritually. You may also face attacks on your emotional sensitivity. Chosen ones feel deeply. You pick up on energy shifts quickly, and jealous people often use emotional manipulation to try to destabilize you. They may act cold one day and overly warm the next. They may give mixed signals or switch behaviors suddenly. These emotional fluctuations are attempts to confuse your spirit. But once you recognize the pattern, you begin to see it for what it is: spiritual turbulence caused by your presence. There is also the attack of imitation. Some colleagues will copy everything you do, not because they admire you, but because they want to take credit for what you carry. They watch you closely so they can imitate your ideas, your style, your work habits, or even your tone. But imitation without spiritual foundation always collapses. They can copy your methods, but they cannot replicate your anointing. That inability to match your authenticity frustrates them deeply, and that frustration becomes resentment. Then there are the energy attacks, those moments when you walk into a room and suddenly feel heavy, tired, or uncomfortable. You may feel drained after talking to certain people or sitting near certain colleagues. This is not in your imagination. These are spiritual attacks disguised as emotional discomfort. You are absorbing the jealousy, envy, and negativity projected toward you. That is why it is essential for chosen ones to protect their energy, pray consistently, and maintain spiritual boundaries. But let me assure you, chosen one, none of these attacks can destroy you. They may irritate you, frustrate you, or confuse you at times, but they cannot break you. The spiritual protection around you is far stronger than the attacks against you. God did not choose you to be defeated. He chose you to endure. Every attack is permitted only because it strengthens your discernment, deepens your wisdom, and prepares you for greater elevation. The emotional attacks teach you how to stay grounded. The spiritual attacks teach you how to recognize darkness. The isolation teaches you how to stand alone. The sabotage teaches you how to rely on God. The gossip teaches you how to remain silent while God fights your battles. Everything that is happening to you is shaping you into the spiritual warrior God designed you to be. And here is the truth you must remember. Your colleagues are not your real enemies. They are simply vessels being used by spiritual forces that cannot stand your light. The true battle is not physical. It is spiritual. And you were built for this. You were chosen for this. God gave you the strength to endure these attacks because He knows what He placed within you. Soon, you will look back and realize that every attack was a confirmation of your purpose, not an obstacle to it. You will see that jealousy was the proof of your destiny, not a limitation to your journey. And you will understand why God allowed you to face spiritual warfare in a place that seemed ordinary, because your calling has never been ordinary. How God elevates you above their jealousy. Chosen one, now that we have uncovered the roots of jealousy and the forms of attack you face, it is time to shift your focus upward. Because no matter how much darkness surrounds you, you must never forget who walks with you, God Himself. And when God's hand is on your life, no amount of jealousy, gossip, sabotage, or spiritual warfare can stop your elevation. You were not chosen to remain at the level where others want to keep you. You were chosen to rise. Elevation is not something you fight for. It is something God places upon you. And often, before God elevates you, He reveals the hearts of the people around you. That is why you see jealousy. That is why you feel resistance. That is why certain colleagues cannot stand your presence. God is showing you who cannot go with you to the next level. He is separating you before He promotes you. He is exposing unhealthy connections before He blesses you with greater responsibility. Many of you wonder why you feel so isolated at work, why no one supports you, why people treat you strangely. But this is divine protection. God removes the comfort of the crowd so you learn to depend entirely on Him. Jealousy is simply the tool He uses to push you into spiritual independence. While others gossip behind your back, God prepares a table before you. While they underestimate you, God positions you. While they try to dim your light, God intensifies it. Their jealousy is not a weapon against you, it is a stepping stone beneath you. Chosen one, understand this. God elevates you in silence. While your colleagues are busy watching you, competing with you, or plotting against you, God is quietly opening doors they will never see coming. You may feel overlooked by people, but you are never overlooked by heaven. When God decides it is time for you to rise, nothing can stop it. Not jealousy, not envy, not hate, not spiritual attacks, not human limitations. You are covered by a power no workplace can contain. One of the ways God elevates you is through divine favor. Favor is not earned, it is granted. It shows up without warning. It places your name in rooms you've never entered. It aligns you with opportunities that others have been chasing for years. Your colleagues may work harder, but you work with God, and that partnership cannot be matched. That is why things seem to fall into place for you. That is why solutions appear for you with little effort. That is why people suddenly become supportive of you, even when they don't fully understand why. Favor surrounds you like a shield, and jealous spirits cannot penetrate it. Another way God elevates you is through wisdom. The jealousy you face becomes a spiritual training ground. You learn when to speak and when to remain silent. You learn who to trust and who to love from a distance. You learn how to observe without reacting. Every attack increases your discernment. Every setback strengthens your resilience. Every conflict teaches you how to navigate environments with grace and authority. You are being spiritually sharpened because greater responsibility requires greater wisdom. Your elevation begins internally before it manifests externally. Then comes separation. God separates you from people who would drain your energy, interfere with your purpose, or hinder your growth. You may lose friendships in the workplace. You may drift away from certain colleagues. You may find yourself staying quiet more often. You may prefer solitude even in social settings. This is not antisocial behavior, it is divine preservation. God removes distractions so you can hear him clearly. Jealousy reveals who has access to your energy, and God uses that revelation to adjust your environment. Chosen one of the most powerful ways God elevates you is through peace. When your spirit remains calm while others are chaotic, when your heart remains pure while others are bitter, when your energy remains light while others are heavy, that is elevation. Peace is spiritual wealth. It cannot be bought, copied, or imitated. Many of your colleagues envy your peace more than your success. They crave the calmness you carry. They want the security you walk in. But peace is the reward of those who remain aligned with God. And because you carry this peace, you naturally rise above the emotional storms of others. God also elevates you by turning jealousy into clarity. When people show you who they truly are, you stop expecting loyalty from the wrong souls. You stop depending on people who cannot handle your growth. You stop sharing your ideas with those who secretly compete with you. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Jealousy teaches you to value yourself, protect your energy, and walk boldly in your truth. Without jealousy, many chosen ones would never realize how powerful they truly are. Another form of elevation comes through divine timing. God lifts you at moments that frustrate your enemies the most. While they are busy plotting your downfall, God is preparing your promotion. When they think they have you figured out, God surprises them. When they believe they can predict your path, God shifts it. The same people who envy you today will watch God bless you tomorrow, and they will have no choice but to witness it. This is how God elevates chosen ones, by making their success undeniable. Then God elevates you by strengthening your identity. You stop questioning yourself. You stop doubting your abilities. You stop apologizing for your gifts. You stop dimming your light. You begin to walk like someone who knows they are chosen. You speak with authority. You embody your purpose. And when this transformation happens, jealousy loses its power over you, because you no longer seek approval from those who cannot increase your destiny. Chosen one, the attacks you face are not signs of weakness. They are signs of preparation. God is building you for places your colleagues cannot follow. He is shaping your character, purifying your spirit, and preparing your steps. What you face today is simply training for where you are going next. Do not let jealousy distract you. Do not let negativity discourage you. You are being lifted higher, quietly, steadily, divinely. And here is a truth many chosen ones forget. Elevation is uncomfortable. It stretches you. It isolates you. It exposes enemies you didn't know you had. It tests your patience, your faith, and your humility. But it also reveals your strength, your influence, your purpose, and your destiny. Every jealous person in your workplace is unknowingly confirming your calling. They see something in you that you are just beginning to recognize in yourself. Their envy is the echo of your divine identity. You are not in that workplace by accident. God positioned you there to shift the atmosphere, to plant seeds, to expose truth, and to prepare for bigger assignments. And as long as you remain aligned with Him, elevation is inevitable. They can talk about you, they can doubt you, they can misunderstand you, they can judge you, they can envy you, but they cannot stop what God is doing. The time is coming when God will elevate you so clearly that even those who hated you will be forced to acknowledge His hand upon your life. The time is coming when the very people who tried to sabotage you will watch you rise higher than they ever imagined. The time is coming when your peace will speak louder than their gossip, your success louder than their envy, and your light louder than their darkness. Chosen one, keep walking, keep trusting, keep shining. God is preparing your elevation, and no jealousy can interfere with what heaven has written. The prophetic shift coming in your life. Chosen one, now that you understand the forces working around you, it is time for you to hear what is coming next. Because everything you've been experiencing, every strange reaction, every jealous stare, every silent attack, every spiritual disturbance, has been preparing you for a prophetic shift. You are not meant to stay where you are. You are being moved, elevated, and transformed by divine design. And this next season of your life will reveal exactly why the warfare around you has been so intense. There is a shift happening in the spirit, and your soul can already feel it. You've been sensing a change coming even if you couldn't put it into words. You've felt a pull, a stirring, a quiet inner knowing that something big is aligning for you. This is not imagination. This is prophecy unfolding. God is repositioning you. He is redirecting your steps. He is preparing you for blessings that require a new level of maturity, strength, and clarity. Many chosen ones do not realize that the jealousy they experience is often the first sign of elevation. When the enemy senses your next breakthrough, he uses people around you to create confusion and emotional pressure. Your colleagues are reacting to something they cannot see but can feel. Your spirit is rising, your energy is shifting, your destiny is calling. And this spiritual movement disrupts those who are spiritually stagnant. The prophetic shift coming into your life begins with exposure. God is exposing the true intentions of the people around you, not to hurt you, but to protect you. Before he blesses you with more, he must remove those who cannot handle your next level. That is why you have seen people switch up, distance themselves, or reveal their jealousy. This exposure is cleansing your environment. God is removing hidden enemies, fake supporters, and jealous spirits so that nothing interferes with your breakthrough. The next phase of this shift is elevation without effort. You will notice that things begin to align for you effortlessly. Ideas come naturally. Opportunities find you. People begin to recognize your value without you having to prove yourself. Doors open simply because you walk toward them with faith. This is the divine acceleration that comes once God has cleared the path. What took others years will take you months. What drained others will flow easily for you. This is not luck. This is divine timing. You will also experience a shift in your inner authority. Your confidence will grow stronger. Your voice will carry more weight. You will speak with clarity and boldness, not from ego, but from spiritual certainty. You will no longer shrink yourself to keep others comfortable. You will no longer hide your gifts to avoid triggering jealous spirits. You will walk in your identity as God's chosen with a quiet strength that can't be shaken. This internal shift is one of the most powerful parts of your elevation. Another sign of the prophetic shift is the change in how people treat you. The same colleagues who ignored you, mocked you, or envied you will be forced to acknowledge your growth, not because they want to, but because they will see God's hand moving in your life. Some will become silent. Some will become distant. Some will try to come closer, hoping to gain from your rise. But you will discern every intention clearly. God is sharpening your discernment so that you give your energy only to those who deserve it. Chosen one, you will also notice a shift in your environment. The atmosphere around you will feel lighter. Tasks that once felt heavy will become easier. Toxic people will remove themselves without confrontation. New connections will find you naturally. This is spiritual alignment at work. When God begins to elevate you, he rearranges everything around you. The workplace that once felt hostile will suddenly feel small compared to where God is taking you. And then comes the most powerful part of this prophetic shift, divine recognition. People will begin to see what God has seen in you all along. Your gifts, your wisdom, your resilience, your leadership, everything that made others jealous will become the very things that draw honor toward you. You will be recognized in places where you were once overlooked. Your contributions will be seen. Your abilities will be acknowledged. Your presence will no longer be ignored. But remember this, chosen one. Recognition is not the peak. It is the beginning. Because God is preparing you for greater influence. You may find yourself stepping into roles you never expected. You may be given responsibilities that match your spiritual maturity. You may be led toward new opportunities, new environments, or even new callings. The shift coming into your life will not limit you. It will expand you. There is also a prophetic cleansing happening inside you. The jealousy you've faced has taught you not to tie your worth to people's opinions. It has forced you to rely on God, not validation. It has strengthened your spirit, sharpened your mind, and deepened your faith. Every attack has prepared you for where God is taking you next. You are stepping into a season where you will no longer question why people treated you the way they did. You will thank God for it, because without that treatment, you would not be ready for this elevation. Chosen one, the shift coming into your life is a divine repositioning. God is placing you exactly where you need to be. He is aligning you with purpose, power, and prosperity. The jealousy you have endured is the last test before your breakthrough. The spiritual attacks were the final confirmation that you are stepping into a higher level. You are entering a season where everything that once worked against you will work for you, where every jealous voice will be silenced, where every setback will turn into momentum, where every insecurity you once felt will transform into confidence. You are entering a season where the prophecy over your life begins to manifest, clearly and undeniably. Chosen one, prepare yourself. The shift is already happening, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God is unfolding for you. Conclusion. Chosen one, now that you've heard this message in its fullness, take a moment to breathe and let it settle into your spirit. Everything you've been experiencing, every strange interaction, every jealous glance, every silent attack, none of it was random. It was divine confirmation. You are walking a path that few are chosen to walk. You carry a spiritual weight that others cannot understand and a divine calling that others cannot handle. Their jealousy did not appear to discourage you, it appeared to reveal you. It showed you your strength, it showed you your anointing, it showed you your purpose. Understand this clearly. Jealousy is the enemy's reaction to your destiny. The more chosen you are, the more resistance you attract. But every bit of that resistance is powerless against the protection of God. You were not placed in that environment to be broken. You were placed there to rise, to learn, to discern, and to prepare for the next level of your calling. What others see as opposition, heaven sees as preparation. Walk forward now with confidence. Do not shrink. Do not dim your light. Do not hide your gifts. You were chosen to stand out. You were chosen to shift atmospheres. You were chosen to illuminate darkness simply by being who you are. And every jealous spirit that has tried to come against you will soon witness the elevation God reserved for you. Chosen one, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, tap the bell icon, and share this message so it reaches another chosen soul who needs it. May God's peace surround you, may His wisdom guide you, and may His protection follow you everywhere you go.